Hi everyone, welcome to Stampin' Peace with Mary Knabe. Today I am going to show you a very quick and easy card making technique that I think you will enjoy. I'm featuring the Fruit Stand Designer Series paper, which along with several others is on a Stampin' Up! Promotion this month only, October 2016. You can buy 3 and get 1 free pack of select Designer Series papers. So you'll want to take a look at that on my website, www.maryknabe.stampinup.net, and find some more information and a list of exactly which Designer Series paper packs are on that promotion. But for now, I want to go ahead and show you that the cards that I've made featuring the cut, rip, and flip technique. As you can see, I am featuring these wonderful fruit stand prints. And I'll show you, these are just the reverse because Stampin' Up, reverse of each other, because Stampin' Up does a wonderful thing by providing us with 2-sided papers, and each side of the paper has a different print. So therefore, we get 12 different prints in our Designer Series paper, which is fabulous, making it much more versatile and a great way to incorporate Designer Series papers into all of our paper crafting. Here's another one, the floral and the pinks. And I just made a bunch of thank you cards. Seems I've been using an awful lot of these. And I pulled the thank you from the Fresh Fruit stamp set. Here's a couple more, some pretty pairs. And in this pack, the prints actually take on a watercolor look. So I really, really like that. So I'm going to, again, show you how to make this set of cards with the cut, rip, and flip technique. So let's get started. So once again, I'm going to show you the cut, rip, and flip technique featuring the Fresh Fruit stamp set and its coordinating Designer Series paper pack fruit stand. I'll quickly, once again, show you these beautiful prints. I love how our papers all coordinate with the colors, and this particular paper pack has sort of a watercolor effect to it, which I love. You've got some busier, bolder prints on one side, and on the other of some of them you have more subtle prints. Bright lemons. Love those peaches with the stripes. And finally, I'm going to use the strawberry and its reverse, the red stripe, to show you the cut, rip, and flip technique. But obviously the first step is the cutting. You're going to cut your Designer Series paper, first of all, in 12-inch strips. Cut that in half, 4 by 12, cut in half. You'll end up with a 4 by 6 piece. And those you are going to tear approximately 1.5 inches from the bottom. You really don't need to measure, just have a good estimate. You can eyeball it. A tiny bit more or a tiny bit less isn't really going to hurt. It's just approximately 1.5 inches from the bottom, okay? And if you are like me and want to make several at once, which this technique is perfect for, I just chose 6 sheets from the package. So I had 1 of each, and I cut the strip, again, 4 inches by 12 inches, cut that in half, and it left me with the 12 pieces of Designer Series paper. And by flipping one over, I've used 1 of each of the patterns. I've already cut my cardstock base to be 4 1/4 inches by 11 inches, and it's scored at 5 1/4 inches in the middle, okay? Okay, so first step, quite easy. You just cut the designer series paper 4 by 6 inches. The next step is to rip. So I'm going approximately 1.5 inches from the bottom, and I'm going to rip it or tear it. And then I'm going to flip that bottom piece over. Okay, I've already cut, rip, flip. Super easy peasy. Now I'm going to adhere these to my card base using my snail. Oops, not quite straight. Pick that up really quickly. There, that's better. And then I'm going to adhere the bottom piece to my card front. There's one. Notice I'm just putting about inch and a half of snail adhesive in each corner. You don't need a whole lot. You don't need to go all the way around and back and forth. The snail sticks very well. At this point, I'm also want to give you a quick tip for lining up your designer series paper so that you have even spacing all the way around. This is not something I measure. You don't need to do that. All you have to do is eyeball it. And the way I do that is I look at the two corners, not necessarily the sides at first, but the two corners. If my left side and top are even and my right side and top are evenly spaced, I know that it's going to be evenly spaced all the way down. Okay. Next, adhere the bottom piece that I ripped from that 4 by 6 inch piece of designer series paper. I'm going to add a ribbon at this point, and it's approximately 14 inches long. Another easy rule of thumb is that when you are simply tying a knot, as I did on this card, you're going to measure, you want your ribbon to be measured out so that it's 3 times the width or the length that you're going around, because we're going around the entire card base, the card front. So 3 times 4 1/4 would be 12 3/4. So I'm rounding it up to 13 inches. I'm going to add 1 inch just for good measure, especially on something this thick. On a much narrower ribbon like this one, you don't necessarily have to do that, but an extra inch is always nice to have. And that way you'll have plenty to wrap your card and tie your knot with without wasting a whole lot as well. I'm just tying a simple square knot. Okay. Cut another 14-inch piece of ribbon for my second card. And again, tie a simple square knot. Now I will tell you, if you would choose to make a bow, wrap and tie a bow, what you want to do is measure 4 times that length and add an inch or 2 depending on the width of your ribbon. And that's just a pretty good rule of thumb to follow, especially if you don't have a ruler or measuring tool handy. You can simply measure just by wrapping it. Let me show you what I mean. 1, 2 is on the back, 3, and then a little bit extra. And that's where I would cut. And you can see that's approximately 14 inches, in fact, 14 and a half. So good rule of thumb for you to follow. Okay, I'm gonna trim the edges of my ribbon. Excuse me. You always want to finish off your edges cleanly. Gives it a more finished, polished look. Okay, And the last step is to add a sentiment. I'm using the happy birthday sentiment from the fresh fruit stamp set. And I've got the banner thinlet from the gift card envelope and trims thinlet set. Okay, I've already got one cut out, but I'm going to do another for my second card. Okay, I have to back up a little bit here, but as I said, I have one banner piece already cut, and I'm using my Big Shot to cut the second one. Pop this banner piece out and lay my thinlet aside. I'm going to be stamping the happy birthday sentiment using Cucumber Crush ink. And again, my happy birthday stamp is from the Fresh Fruit stamp set. Okay, I'm going to adhere these to my card fronts with some snail. Feel free to use dimensionals if you'd like to pop them up a little bit. This one I'm going to place on the bottom, sort of centered between those red stripes to kind of set it off. And I think I'll put this one on the top half. And I know what you're thinking, Mary, you're covering up part of that first word. So what I'm going to do is just roll or slide that knot over, and I can even pull my ribbon down a wee bit if I want to. Okay, so there you have it. 2 cards I made quickly and easily with the cut, rip, and flip technique. I've got all your measurements here as I went through. I also, with the Fresh Fruit stamp set, made some pretty envelopes. Aren't those gorgeous? Very simple and easy. I also want to show you another set of cards I made using the cut, rip, and flip technique. First, I'll show you the envelope decorations, though. I pulled a stamp from the Moroccan Nights stamp set, and I stamped on the left side of the envelope front, and I also stamped it on an envelope flap. So that's a fun way to decorate envelopes. But here are the cards I made. Whoops, I think I got something out of order here. Here are the cards I made using the Moroccan Designer Series paper. It is also on the buy one, get one promotion. It's got rich browns and greens and blues and gold, so love it very much. And I will tell you that the happy birthday sentiment is from the Tin of Cards stamp set. So there you go. I hope you will use some of our Designer Series paper packs and give the cut, rip, and flip technique a try to make yourself a nice set of beautiful cards. Great way to fill your stash if you're running low on happy birthday or thank you cards, whatever. And it also would make a very nice gift to somebody, perhaps a colleague or a babysitter or teacher or even a party host. So enjoy, give this technique a try, and please join me again. Bye-bye.